Do battle between our visitors and the Baltimore Ravens. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
On the ready, the mic, watch 49. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Casey Hayward brought him down. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
Son, is it on? Mike, 49. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
On second down, Beasley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 3 down, 3 down. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. I got it. Back. Son. Bravo.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
On the return, it's King.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Sugar. You got tight right there.
To throw is Brady. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
Come on now, let's go.
And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. He's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
From midfield, here's Brady. And it's complete. Henry. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 30.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
They go play action here on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On second down now. It's Gordon, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. To throw, it's Brady. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the hole.
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson will keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Here we go. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Coming to you. 49's the mic. Watch 49. In your face.
On 2nd and 9. Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Oh, they go with a tight end carry, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Wait, set, 380. Check. Hold the run, hold. Hey, 66. 48 small, 48.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Hard throw, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On 2nd down, Beasley. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And this is caught by Watkins. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Subsequent gains of 3, 4, and now 5 yards. Good enough for the 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Ezekiel Ansah. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Brady going to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. On the return, Jackson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of a couple there, as it'll leave him with a 2nd and just 3.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. On 2nd and 12, Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The end result, 21 yards. Now Brady again. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down.
6 yards. It's 2nd down.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his first touchdown on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Jackson, flushed out right, and an alley to run. And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Brady now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Regular. Hey, both 66.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And he is out of bounds here. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Out of bounds at the 16-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
This time Jackson will throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 33. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Topper!
Check 24. Check
50.
On first down, Brady. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. It's a jet sweep as they get this to Jackson. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 46-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 25-yard line. On first down, Ingram. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done sometimes when you...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, and the Ravens cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Try to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
All day, every day, any day.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Ziggy Ansah has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Brady. Going underneath for Gordon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have bbeen back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there.
The Ravens take
We
over
play to
1st
win.
and 10
Let's
at
go.
their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 49.
On 2nd down now, Beasley. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. Excellent job on the keeper, 20 yards and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people...
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Joey Bosa in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
On third down, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 18. Jackson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one... that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Check 15.
Go Bandit. Alpha.
Throwing now is Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. The Chargers on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you had periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. 7 yards there and a first down. Jackson now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. It's caught by Jackson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career, that draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi, so if you're in that type of...
That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 41 yards. You're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. He's got daylight. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Sponge.
Now a play fake. Brady. Complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They run it here with Gordon. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, break at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Gets it to Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said is they went...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's got his man. It's Andrews. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson to throw again. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Now Jackson on first down. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's Brown. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Jackson being chased out left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So 15 ticks remaining as they line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west.